I have come to the conclusion that if I am nominated to be President of the United States, that I will run on a ticket with my vice presidential nominee, Carly Fiorina.
The major announcement just moments ago. You are seeing right now GOP presidential candidate, of course, Senator Cruz, picking former Republican presidential candidates and former HP CEO Carly Fiorina as his VP. So you can see Ms. Fiorina still on screen. Part of that address is still addressing the crowd there in Indiana. This is Risk and Reward. I'm Deirdre Bolton. Ted Cruz campaigning today ahead of next Tuesday's contest in the Hoosier State. Fox Business' Jeff Flock is on the ground. He is in Indianapolis. That is where Donald Trump will also be holding an event. So, Jeff, you are sandwiched between Cruz and Trump. How's it all going?
You know, Deirdre, the funny thing is I'm old enough to have covered in 1984 the event when Walter Mondale named the first women vice presidential nominee. That was Geraldine Ferraro. I don't know if this quite has the historical impact of that, but it may just have the impact of switching the narrative today on a day after Donald Trump had such a tremendous victory and made an important speech. Now we're all talking about Ted Cruz again, and that's what he needs. He's got to get people here in Indiana to keep him or keep Trump from having won this state, to keep his bid alive. I am at a Trump rally, though, and I can tell you the impact here is not really that great. These guys are sticking with their guy. I would also point out this is an opportunity, though, to focus with a woman back on the front burner after yesterday's comment by Trump that Hillary Clinton is playing the woman card. Well, this Ted Cruz played his woman card today, and of course there's the famous statement that Trump made in a Rolling Stone interview when Carly Fiorina was in the race. I think the quote was, and I want to make sure I got it right, "Look at that face. Would anyone vote for that?" That may come back to haunt him as well, but something coming back to haunt Fiorina and Cruz, a tweet that Donald Trump put out today with some video of an appearance that Carly Fiorina made on CNN when she was still in the race, talking about Ted Cruz. Listen to what she said.
Ted Cruz is just like any other politician. He says whatever he needs to say to get elected.
I have a feeling, Deirdre, in this campaign, before it's done, we're going to see a lot of people's previous statements played back for them to some chagrin, perhaps. Deirdre.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much. We appreciate the coverage. Many are wondering what Senator Cruz is doing, announcing a running mate after he lost so badly last night. Now, Senator Cruz, he had to field that question. Here are the reasons.
She is careful. She is measured. She is serious. She doesn't get overly excited. She doesn't get rattled by whatever is getting thrown at her. Yeah. And you know, we all saw that when in one of the earliest debates, Carly confronted Donald Trump.
Our political power panel is here from the National Review. Catherine Timpf and Democratic strategist Chuck Rocha. Welcome to you both. Kat, I want to start with you. First and foremost, what do you make of this strategy? Normally, VP picks are announced at the convention, and normally when you are a true presumptive nominee, Ted Cruz has a long way to go.
Absolutely, but there's nothing normal about this election. There never has been, so this doesn't surprise me because nothing does. But we're talking a little bit more about Carly Fiorina now than we are about Ted Cruz. So even though, I mean, her popularity, her favorability rather, peaked around 30%, who knows whether she'll help or not, but we're not talking as much about why he failed so bad last night. We're talking about the fact that this could be proof of that, but at least it's drawing some of the focus away. And I don't really know what choice he has at this point other than to do something that may be a little crazy.
Maybe a little bit crazy. And to your point, sucked up some of the oxygen from Donald Trump's 5-state win last evening. Chuck, I want to bring you in because the GOP side, not the only race happening last night. It was a good night as well for Hillary Clinton, to the extent that Politico is actually reporting that Sanders' campaign staff, there are some members being let go as we speak. So what is your take on where the Democratic side goes next?
I think it's a smart move by Sanders. I read the same thing. It seems like they're going to refocus all their efforts on California, a big state with the wealth of delegates up. It's a smart move for him. He's created a movement within the Democratic Party. Hillary Clinton and the Democrats need one thing to make sure that they win in November, and that's Bernie Sanders supporters. If she does win the nomination, she cannot get there without his supporters and without his momentum and all of these young people who've showed up. So they have to be, much like the Republicans were with Donald Trump, watch how you treat Bernie Sanders, because he has planked the field on how you actually run campaigns with his grassroots fundraising.
Yeah, Chuck, I like what you said there, because it's true that Hillary Clinton, if you look at all the exit data, she really is not popular at all with millennials. In fact, most millennials just clearly dislike her regardless of party. So that's an interesting point, that you feel like, okay, she can't be too harsh on Sanders because she does want those votes. Kat, getting back to you, as we look ahead to Indiana, we at Fox News at least put out a poll showing that Donald Trump is in the lead in Indiana. So if Trump wins Indiana, is that Cruz's Waterloo? Is that finished?
I don't know, because a lot of people who don't like there are a lot of people who don't like Donald Trump, and they really don't like Donald Trump. And the Never Trump people really are Never Trump just as much as the Trump supporters are super pro-Trump. So he's the best bet, is what they see right now, as anybody who could potentially maybe somehow stop him, even though it's looking less and less likely every day. So it's more than just about Cruz. He has all these people and this entire movement kind of backing him up to an extent. So even though maybe he should get out, there's an argument that he should get out if that happens, I don't think he will.
Well, as you have both said, and rightly so, this is a unique cycle. All right, thank you both. Kat Timpf and Chuck Rocha there.
Thank you.
Well, big news.